The recent fiscal cliff negotiations here in Washington, which extended right up to the deadline of December 31st and in fact slopped over into the first day or two of the first year, were symptomatic of the way that Washington works these days. Basically, not getting much done until there's a deadline, and then when there is a deadline, working up to the last minute, and then in a number of instances recently, basically postponing the hard decisions, as was part of the fiscal cliff agreement. Cuts in government spending? Well, the agreement gave everybody involved 2 more months to think about that, but it's not unlikely that we'll be back here talking at the end of February about the failure to reach an agreement as that deadline comes about. One of the things we have found in our data is that Americans are not very positive about the way all of this works process-wise. We're not talking now about ideology or actual issue positions and whether there should be cuts in spending or increased taxes and so forth. We're simply talking about the process. Look at the results of this question that we asked in December. Do you think that the way politics works in Washington these days is causing serious harm to the United States, or are the effects not that serious? 77% of Americans, as you can see, say that indeed the way politics works is causing serious harm to the U.S. So that's a pretty good indication of how Americans feel about the process here. We've got a lot of other indications that Americans are upset with government, including very low ratings for the federal government in general, very low congressional job approval ratings, low confidence in the institution of Congress, and so on and so forth. By the way, it's Republicans who are more upset than Democrats. So we looked at the serious harm question and found that 87% of Republicans say the way politics works is causing serious harm. Now, Democrats aren't all that sanguine themselves, but 68% of Democrats say the way politics works is causing harm, which is about, as you can see there, 20 points lower than Republicans. So Democrats are a little happier than Republicans, but it doesn't seem to matter. A majority of any group we can find says the way politics is working here in Washington, not good. Of course, we'll see if things can change in the weeks and months ahead, and we'll be monitoring it here at Gallup. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup Editor-in-Chief.